Good evening. Guess what? I'm back. Gonna tag some friends. Good evening, good Sunday evening, everybody. Gonna tag some people to come on here with me if I can remember. Everything's all changed on Facebook, but I'm kind of excited to be back into this. Hey, Stacy. Hey, Barb. I'm really excited. I haven't been back in here for a while. You know, as you know, this was the Happiness Accountability Alliance, which is kind of, you know, there's still happiness in here, but it's kind of shifted a little bit. And I wanted to really get in here. Hi, Richard. I really wanted to get in here to kind of discuss where I've been. You know, we all evolve, we all change, we all, I hope, you know, we expand into something else. Hi, Barb. But first of all, I wanted to, it's not really an apology, but just, you know, I was supposed to come on this morning, not supposed to, because according to whom. But I wanted to come in here this morning. But I noticed that I was kind of channeling some healing that I needed to do within myself. And whenever I feel, you know, something coming through me, you know, I don't want to send that specific energy to any of you. So I honored myself. I took it easy. Hey, Misha. Thank you for coming on here. But I wanted to honor myself and, you know, really allow myself to process whatever, you know, I needed to let go of today. So I actually, you can't see I did change my shirt, but I've been in my pajamas all day, which is awesome. You know, that it's been a cold and windy day today here in Rehoboth. And I really wanted to honor, you know, as a Reiki healer now. I wasn't a Reiki healer when I had my group, you know, months and months ago. I don't know, it's been a while. But, you know, expansion is, you know, part of my whole being. And I, you know, as a Reiki healer, you know, I never do ceremonies with my clients when I am processing some of my own healing, because it, you know, you actually can send to whomever you're healing, you know, your own energy. So it's really important. And I really, hey, Deborah, it's really important to, you know, process whatever's coming up. I honor myself all the time to make sure that this, you know, this, I kind of self-proclaimed myself as this, you know, this goddess connection in this Sunday Sensuality series that I have, you know, kind of named. And, you know, this group now, yes, it, you know, it is, we expand into happiness. You know, the Happiness Accountability Alliance was something that, you know, that was part of my expansion. And as you know, unless you have been, hi, Karen, unless you've been under a rock, you know, this past, you know, 6 months have been, yay, Karen, thank you. This past 6 months have been probably some of the deepest energetic healing that I've done within myself. So I thought it appropriate to, you know, name this group, you know, new name, which is Energetic Expansion Through Sensuality. And I'm going to explain a little bit about that. But allowing us to make shifts, you know, in our mind, body, and spirit, you know, in expanding into our true selves. You know, I have always been about that. I have always been about self-connection, self-love. And, you know, what we're going to do, what my intention is in this group is that I'm going to help you to kind of unravel the limitations that you have, you know, the energetic limitations, because it's all energy that we are limiting ourselves with. And, you know, extend into, you know, who we truly are in our souls. It's soulful expansion. So this is so this has been, my journey, my expansion into true self, into true love, pure love for self. And I think one of the biggest things, hey, Amanda, I think one of the thank you for joining me here in this new series, the Sunday Sensuality series that I want to kind of be the light, if you will. I'm kind of giving me all this self this self definition of what I feel like I am, and helping others to also reach that point. So, I wanted to, I'm kind of giving you some of the instruments or the tools that I use on a continuous basis to kind of live this life, and I'm going to explain to you what sensuality really is. Because of course, as human beings, we always think of sensuality in a sexual way. And that is very partly true. But I believe when we are in the energy of sensuality, of creativity, we are able to, truly live a life full of who we truly are. And I know that happens to me. I noticed even today, even though I had a lot of healing, to come through, to allow me to feel my feelings, I was still in a very high vibration with my creativity. And at the end of this, I'm going to show you, some of the things that I have been creating, because I feel like I'm surrounding myself now with this sensual energy. So first of all, I want to kind of explain to you the difference between sexuality and sensuality. There is a huge difference, but I think, as human beings, as all these things on social media, we only understand the whole sexual part. And sexuality is really, just kind of a state of mind. It's what's happening in our mind, whereas sensuality is actually a state of being. And, there is such a huge difference because, we always, think that, to be sensual is to be sexual. And I completely disagree. I think that first we need to feel sensual inside of ourselves, and then we are able to feel more sexual. And yes, that is might be embarrassing. There might be people that get offended by me talking about this, but it really isn't, because sensuality is actually an energy that we create in our bodies. It's the sensuality of, it can be the smallest of things, but we really don't realize, why we do this. And some of the things that, in the past, and it's so interesting because I've always done the things that I'm going to tell you about in a second. I've always done the things on a daily basis, and I never realized why. And thank you, Karen. And I realize now why I did them is because I am, a very sensual woman, now, getting rid of, all these limitations and kind of expanding and shifting into, who I truly am, and understanding why I would do these things. I wasn't crazy. Maybe some people thought I was, but I don't care. Because what do I say, Karen? Because I'm the CEO of my company, and it doesn't matter. I can still say that in this group too. But what I've noticed is the fact that I have shifted into this new way of who I am. And, it wasn't about, reading, another self-help book, or buying, a beautiful new outfit, or what's another thing? I don't know, whatever the outer influence you have. But what I have been doing is understanding, and this is what was really, really grounded to me when I went to this healer for 6 weeks out in Big Sur. If you've been hiding under a rock and you didn't know that, I was out in, in Big Sur, California, probably doing one of the most difficult things that I've ever done in my life. And that is being completely and utterly comfortable with the uncomfortable shifts that were coming through the process of healing my energy, through Reiki. And some of the things that I was like watching my healer do is he would ritualize everything. And I'm like, oh my God, that's like what I do. I do that already at home. But I didn't realize that, he was doing this because it was a part of tantric living and also of living a life of sensuality. He was a very sensual, man, but he did things, he ritualized everything that he did. And, so I wanted to share those things with you. And some of the things that he did, which were like, I was a paying client, but I just kind of watched him, and everything that he did, he ritualized and he celebrated. It was just this entire process of every single day he would be in celebration, not only of his life, but the things that he surrounded himself with. From the foods that you put into your body temple. I see my body now as kind of a temple. I do not put anything in it that doesn't raise my body temple to another level. I know that, we all get very busy, and we all have so many things to do, and we don't actually, we go on diets, but dieting is not ritualizing. It's not celebrating. It's actually denying. Hey, Terrelyn, how are you? Thank you for joining. But it is actually, dieting is not celebrating. It is creating like a scarcity mindset to our bodies because we can't have this and we're restricted to that. But, I really believe that sensual living is all about the food that we're putting into our body temple. That's just one. Honoring our body, making sure that we're eating and drinking, the foods that enrich, who we are. And it's not going on a diet and restriction and, taking things away and not allowing us to eat. It's actually, really celebrating food and what we put into our body. And that is one of the things that I have always done. I've gone, from being vegetarian to vegan for 6 years, and then now I'm switching back to pescatarian because I feel like my body wasn't getting enough sourced protein, but that's another podcast. So the food that we eat, make it a celebration, and actually how you prepare the food is also a huge celebration. Is allowing us to use beautiful, delicious ingredients, allowing us to take our time when we're eating. Because I'm living on my own right now, is actually lighting a candle and being that as a celebration. We always light candles when we're celebrating a birthday, or candlelight dinner. But why do we not do that for ourselves? Why do we not? I have a candle. As soon as this is another thing. As soon as I wake up, I have music that raises my vibration, beautiful spiritual music, piano, or my favorite singer is Natam Kaur, Christian, oh my God, my Krishna Das, yeah. Krishna Das, that's it. And, allowing myself to listen to beautiful music helps me every morning. As soon as I get up, the music goes on. I light all my candles in my house. If you've been here, I think one of you have been here for one of my weekend workshops that I do. But it's all about, really celebrating and pampering, whomever comes here, and lighting all the candles, making it look it doesn't have to be expensive or, a lot of work, but it's just like those small things that we're constantly celebrating ourselves by, lighting candles. I have incense remind me a little bit over the top, but that's how I honor myself. And, sensual living is all about self-care. That is probably the most powerful way to really feel sensual, is to really love yourself. So another thing is, what is the language that you speak to yourself every day? Is it negative? Is it, I am not enough? Why, is it degrading to yourself? Would you speak to a friend or someone that you love the way that you talk to yourself? So allowing you to, what is the language? That's part of sensuality. Are you constantly in this place of, degrading yourself, or putting yourself down? And, that has been something that has completely changed my life. The language that I use to myself. Sometimes, absolutely, I get caught up in that egoic mind, which is old pattern. But I know that through all the things that I do on a daily basis, thank you so much, Karen. Give me some hearts, guys. I love this. I'm so happy to be back in here. I know that it's been a while, and I'm going to do this every Sunday. Hopefully I can get on Sunday mornings, and I'm not going to have another healing, but if I am, then I'll come on at night. So, so this is something, these are just something, that help with this vibrational shift that we are shifting into. Thank you, Richard. That we are, shifting into that sensual part. Every single person in this world has sensuality inside of us, but we don't realize that it's there because we don't take care of ourselves. We put everybody else's needs before ours. We are constantly, in limitation in the way that we feel about ourselves. So you heal this by changing things, changing your vibration, allowing yourself. Oh yes, looking forward to this series. Awesome. Thank you, Barb. Yeah, Barb was at my house for my little weekend workshop. She was, hopefully she enjoyed herself. So this is something that is really important to us. And so many people believe that, how much money you make, or what kind of car you drive, or, what designer clothes you have is what is going to make you sensual. And that is complete bullshit. It might look good to other people who are in that same mindset, but it's not, because it makes absolutely no difference. But our society kind of makes that, like if you're driving a fancy car, or you have designer labels, or I don't know. I'm so done with all that I don't even remember what some of those things are. So allowing yourself to be sensual, because we have it. It doesn't matter, because we always think, oh my God, I can only be sensual if I have, the perfect body, or, if my face is perfect and young. That is bullshit. Because we are able to pull and to draw this sensual energy out of us. Doesn't matter what your body looks like. Doesn't matter, it doesn't matter whether, you don't have the, I can't even think of anything. But, we think that sensuality comes from if you have this like perfect body. It doesn't. You can have somebody with a perfect body, and their just energy completely sucks. So you just don't have that sensual energy. And the way that we also can heal ourselves, and you know what I'm going to say, is we start drawing out the energy, or there's that limited energy that we have had all of our lives. You gotta, I say this over and over again, is that it's like redecorating a room. You never put new furniture in before you've taken out the old. It's just, thank you, Karen. It's just what we do. We have to make space for what we actually want to bring into our lives. And when we do that, we are able to make room for what we really want. We can't have both of them in our bodies. So what do? We clear it out. We clear it out by making, taking action and making the changes in our life that are going to get us there. We don't sit there and say, well, this isn't working. You have to take it. You got to work at it. It's something that you do over and over. You practice it until, I've been practicing at this for like 5 years, and I'm now at a place where it's like, I'm going to say a curse word, so put your hands over your ears if you don't want to say, but holy shit, I am at a place now where I look back and I'm like, oh my God, I had this like aha moment, I don't know, this morning, that I'm like, oh my God, I am now where I thought I would never be. And that is through work. That is through practice. That is through never giving up until you actually get there, making no excuses. And I know that there's many people that are on now and also that are watching the replay who are those people who you will stop at nothing to get to that energetic, the energetic expansion to who you truly are. You are walking the walk. Yes, I am. My dear, dear Karen. I was like looking at something. You have been with me like all the way from the beginning. It's amazing. Thank you so much. But a couple things. So if I'm how to do this, but if you do need, the guidance, the light to, your enlightenment, start healing that energy that is blocking you, because that is what it is. It is your energy from what you have experienced in your life that is blocking what you actually want to receive. But a couple things. So as you know, my website is, wait till you see this website. I cannot wait. It's blooming and transforming. I work on it I don't work on it because I don't have to. Somebody else can do that, but I'm giving all the ideas and all that. So sarahv.com is going to be the new website. And on that website right now, I've been using my business page, which is, if you look up Sarah V, it will come up, and my business page is on there. And I've been kind of posting things in there, which I eventually am going to put on my website. But I'm creating, because I'm in this high expansion. I go out every single day, and Barb, you were there with me. We went out onto the beach, but unfortunately it was high tide. And I collect things for these soul symbol sculptures, which I am now posting into my business page. Into my business page, which eventually is going to be on my website. But today I was feeling so peaceful and grounded, and I know that there was a reason why. And I won't go into detail, but I was just this morning, I had on this spiritual guy. His name is Muji Baba. And I just was like listening to this incredible little series that he did. And I just felt this like incredible amount of creation and feeling into this sensuality. And this is, I can't remember what I named it, but this is what I created. So I found this shell that looked like an elephant. And I have all these like old bits and pieces that I've collected over the years. Most of the natural things that I collect on the beach, but they are, they all have a story to them. So check out on my personal page, about these things, because they all have a story of, what they mean. The elephant is all about unity and loyalty. And so there's a story about each of these soul symbol sculptures. And I'm going to be, Muji Baba. Yeah, I love him. He's amazing. So I want you to really, read the messages and see whether that is calling for you to, inquire about it or to purchase it. These are all for sale on my business page. But it's something that allows us to anchor into the journeys that we're on, to kind of remind us, what journeys we are on. So this is something, that's new and that I'm doing, and I'm just feeling that to me, creation is very sensual to me, is being able to create things and use this like feminine energy that I have in, we all have feminine and masculine. That's our root chakra. But allowing me to really expand into this creativity, that is like, I just felt so expanded today. Yes, was I dealing with some healing energy? Absolutely. I needed to, just really honor myself and, go into that. So what else? I think that's it. So, I'm not going to, that I have my Reiki sessions, but today was really about a celebration, was to coming in here into this Enlightened Light energetic expansion, kind of, revisiting this series that I'm going to do, which is Sunday Sensuality. And if I do say so myself, the Goddess Connection. So I suppose I am the goddess of that. Because when you own an energy, you kind of step into it. We already are that, but kind of naming, and I want everybody to name an energy that they can be. They can be that, rather than like, oh, I'm so embarrassed, and what people are going to think that I'm like, really bragging, but we're not. Because that's who we are. So I'm freaking claiming Goddess. I'm claiming it. So Goddess Connection, Sunday Sensuality series. I'm going to be coming on here usually in the morning so we can all, join with coffee and, a candle or whatever. And we're really going to get you all, yes, own it, baby. Well, what are you, Karen? Because I know we all have an energy that sometimes we're afraid to celebrate it. And when you can celebrate it and own it, that's who you become. And why is it that we always, we always want to expand into the not enough energy, or I can't do it energy, or the comparison energy. And then we step into that, oh, I can't do that. But when we own something like goddess or I don't know, princess, whatever, king, queen, whatever, that's what we step into. So I want to know. I want you to step into an energy that you want to claim for yourself. Maybe it's a stripper. I don't know. But own it. Own whatever it is that you want to step into, or that you want to have as who you are, because it's in you. So I thank you so much. Release the inner goddess. Yes. Oh yeah. I love that. I think I need to get my hair done a little bit. Oh my God. It has, I have never had this long of hair. Okay, that's a different podcast. We'll get into that later. But yes, own my inner goddess. And everybody has, women, it will come to me because I desire it. Yes. Yes. But it's amazing how we will own something limited. We'll own something negative. We'll own that, no problem. That's easy. But when we own it and we celebrate it, we sometimes have a little problem with, somebody saying, and I've had a lot of haters, but I don't care. But when we own it, that is when we can claim it. And that's, and it's for men as well. This isn't just like a woman thing. Men have been, that's going to be another podcast or another, Sunday series. But yeah, I can't wait to start doing this because it just feels so in alignment with who I am. So check out my biz page, check out the soul symbol sculptures, and with each, and I think Karen, you asked this, with each purchase of the soul symbol sculptures, you will get a complimentary remote Reiki session. So that's with that, whatever purchase. If you buy 7, you get 7 remote sessions. But each one comes with a remote session because it's going to kind of stepping into that energy that we already have inside of us. But it is, you know, using Reiki to clear away what we actually want to manifest. So I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to get up tomorrow. Happy, where are we? And it's not Labor Day. It's Memorial Day. Hope everybody has a beautiful day off. I'm actually going to do a workout. I'm doing Zoom workouts. That's part of, you know, my sensuality, is making sure that I'm feeling good and fit. And then I might take the rest of the day off and just make things and just kind of be, I just love that. I love to be able to be creative and, you know, expand into that creativity. So thank you so much. If you're watching now, thank you so much for being there for me. And I will, again, every Sunday, I'm going to try to do this as efficiently as possible. If you are watching now, watching the replay, and you would like to share this or actually invite somebody in to this, please share this or put their name in the comments. I would love to have as many people as possible in here. I have a lot of people in, but I think I kind of, you know, I'm not going to say disappeared, but I was evolving behind the scenes, and now I'm back. So if you know of anybody that would like to join, just put their name in the comments, and I will add their name, because I think it's important that we all live in this sensual, energetic expansion, that every single one of us has the ability to do that. All right. So thank you so much. And I'm so happy that I got to see some of you here. And if you're on replay, please comment #replay. Okay. Love you all. See you. Bye.